Hi everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Ryan Abair and this is where I share my insights. And today I'm talking about how to unlock the desires of your heart. I'm going to be talking about the key ingredient to manifestation and how it will free you from striving, struggling, and trying. Stick around and I'll explain. Everybody seems to be struggling with their problems. Every person you know has issues. They are trying to work out a solution for something that's imminent. And we are afraid of that. We are afraid we won't be able to figure it out. We won't be able to solve our problems. We won't be able to deal with what life seems to be bringing to us. So the brain is working in overdrive. It's just trying to take in all of the considerations about something called the unknown. We're trying to mitigate the unknown. And mitigation is a word which means battling in some way. Trying to settle the score between what I can see and what I can't see. You will come to a point where this wrestling with the unknown will become a truce. And you'll understand how it works. And how this unknown, this sensation of, I don't know what's coming, I'm afraid of what's coming, that sensation creates a duality. That fear creates a duality with something called trust. And at that juncture, you're teeter-tottering between faith and fear. That's the struggle of a problem. It's right there. That's the point at which there is a turn of a key. And it goes 360. It's a complete revolution. If you're riddled with fear, you have to understand what a riddle is. It's a puzzle. A life is an intriguing bewilderment, a puzzle of sorts. But it's not a puzzle that doesn't have a design flaw in it, if you will. I want you to think of it more like a video game. Like if you designed a video game, something enriching for your audience, you would throw in all sorts of obstacles that would have loopholes, that would have ways for the brain to navigate, to learn, right? I remember playing Nintendo as a child, and you learned all the little secrets, that there was a way forward, even if you kept tripping or stumbling or you lost your life, there was a way forward. There is always some kind of trick to it. And I believe that the trick lies in, and it's not a trick, it's just an interesting way of knowing about yourself, is the interest lies in the hidden parts. It's not scary that you live with a blind spot, that surprise lurks around every corner. Because that is the very ingredients of this duality of deep trust and being riddled with fear. Because in your journey, one of the things that's going to become obvious to you And the word manifestation means to become flagrant or obvious. Is that there's nothing solid upon which to stand. There's no final argument, definitive answer, secret formula, one thing upon which to stand. That faith and trust is the foundation of the universe, and that understanding that what appears as unknown and scary and dark and chaotic and random and luck and all this stuff is indeed the same as the order, the miraculous, the heaven sent. You just begin to trust yourself, friends. This is what I'm talking about. Your conceptual God's going to let you down. Your conceptual self, all that's going to let you down. That is until you understand the foundations of trust, which is the key to unlocking what you want. To know who you are. See, this is the thing. We think we want stuff, but that is it's masquerading for a deeper truth. You want to know who you are. You want to know what the subconscious mind is doing for you. You want to know the unseen. That's what you want. You want to know. And this constant, curious, luring sort of thing never leads you to a concrete answer. It only leads you to more unknowing. So then you realize the childlike nature of trust. That's why it's called blind trust. Can't see anything. I can't see anything. Childlike trust. All right. It's working. I just know it's working. Like a child knows that their parent has it all taken care of. And you've gone around the circle from fear to faith, which is the same. You've seen the dark side of the mountain in a manner of speaking. And on the other side of this full circle of fear and faith, which is a circle, yin and yang held together, you come back on the other side and think, oh, what I'm fearing is just myself. I don't know what's in my subconscious mind. I don't know how many days I have on the earth. I don't know anything. And so in that sort of deep unknowing, it's a kind of knowing called trust, but it's not logical. It seems it's very intimate, and it feels like here and now. It feels secure. It feels relaxing and relieving. Like, ooh, whew, wow, man. You just get relieved. You get delivered from the worry and the fear and the fretting. It just happens. And you learn the nature of trust. And that is what unlocks the desire of your heart. Because then you create things that show other people how to be fearless. Like a YouTube channel, or a song, or a poem, or a hymn, or a book, or a business. And the first stop, if you will, on unlocking the desires of your heart is unlocking the secret, the seeming secret of trust. Absolutely trust that there's not any effort on your part. It's happening all by itself. And somewhere in the Old Testament, it says, and you just become more and more like a child. It says, and the child will play on the hole of the asp. And people will wonder, okay, you're just dicking around, you're farting around, you're not really doing anything. You're like, the world's falling apart, everything's coming unglued, it's total chaos. And you're talking nonsense. Yeah. In the face of what feels like disorder, disarray, discombobulation, and the unknown, I'm playing on the hole of the asp. I'm going to die. Yes, I'm going to die. But death is a relief. It's a way forward. You have to go all the way to your death to understand the full nature of trust. Even death will happen successfully, and success is built into the universe like a game. You're meant to save the princess, in a manner of speaking, but saving the princess in a metaphysical sense means knowing who you are. And it's not knowledge like, oh, I've got a bald head and blue eyes. It's not that kind of logical knowledge. It's just this deep knowledge that ties it all together. So, the secret, if there is, to unlocking anything that you want is somehow that you, the separate entity, gets out of the way. And you wait for that deeper part of you to manifest something in service to others, led by love and enthusiasm, fun and playfulness. And then these things will be added to you. You can have whatever you want, as long as you understand you don't need it. It's pure gravy. And that what you have now is to be appreciated. If trust is the number one ingredient to unlocking the desires of your heart, I think appreciation is number two. Trust in that which you are and appreciate what you have done and what you are doing and how the doing is happening behind the scenes. You just don't know the work that your subconscious mind is doing for you. But you can sense it. Your subconscious mind is beating your heart effortlessly. Your subconscious mind is taking care of everything. Not just in the body, but remember, if you've been watching my channel, the environment is also you. There's no division between you and the environment, you and other people. So this extends everywhere. The subconscious mind is not in the head. Subconscious mind is everywhere, and we don't know it. We are conscious of what is happening, and it seems to be happening all by itself. That's trust, to recognize, oh, this is happening. I'm not going to encumber it by fearing it. I'm not going to encumber it by being aggressive. I don't need it. So you have these problems. I get it. I used to have a lot of problems. I still have some things, some imminent things. Oh, I wonder how this is going to work itself out. But now I look forward to seeing. I like seeing, okay, how is this unfold? I'm curious about it now. I'm not afraid of it. And I don't try to mitigate it, try to get ahead of it. I like to wait and see. It's not procrastination either. It's a lovely spaciousness of observation. I would encourage you to read Psalm 37. I was just reading it this morning. Wait for the Lord. Wait patiently for Him, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Now, it sounds like I'm talking about a God in the sky, doesn't it? Here we go again. Wait for the Lord. We go in the sky and look. No, this is, you sit. It says in that psalm, sit in stillness before the Lord. Now, I am not a conceptual God kind of person. Wait for the Lord is wait for myself. I'm waiting for myself to come up with a viable solution to a problem. And I know that I will. I will do it, or an opportunity will come. That's also me. Or another person will offer me some assistance. That's me. I'm not separate from the outside world, you see. I'm all of it. I'm of no use if I'm out in outer space. A human being is kind of not even a human being unless they're on Earth. The Earth is also me. But like a fish in water, a fish doesn't ask, where's the water? They don't even know they're in water. And we are in a surrounding thing, like a fish is in water. And now I don't question what surrounds me, what's within me. I know it's all the same, what surrounds me, what is not in me, what I cannot see. I like to close my eyes. I cannot see, but I feel safe. Cannot see it, cannot predict it, cannot get ahead of it. I can't pin it down when this it I'm talking about is not a noun. It's not of this world, maybe. It's not of the logical mind. But this cradle of trust is this unknowability that you can just absolutely settle into, and you can play. Once you kind of settle down and get more intimate with this here and now, the fear starts to settle, starts to wither. The Psalms are full of that language. Evil and wicked and all these words. It's just fear. There's just a synonym for fear. The fear starts to settle. And you understand the purpose of fear. It's to prop up this sense of trust. And that's what you're standing on. You're standing on a promise, an understanding, a deep, deep knowing that you're all of it, even the dark places. So, I know I've kind of unpacked a lot here, but the desires of your heart are made known not to torture you, but to give you a chance to know who you are, to trust. Trust the process, trust the timing, trust the nature of the universe, which is success. Sure, it takes a long time. Sure, it takes some settling, but you can play on the whole of the asp. It looks chaotic. I know it. But my insights, my deep trust tells me otherwise. And I trust that. I even trust my sense of trust. And I want you to join me. The world looks like it's a total fuck up mess. I know. We must stop looking to that and find that peace within. Let it cradle and cushion us. And then try to demonstrate it in our lives so that others will wonder, where'd you get that dose of freedom? Where'd you get that? How'd you get that? I don't know. But we all have it. We're mining for it in our discovery, in our deep discovery. You mine for the benefits. It's deep down in you. And so are your desires. And those desires will come through in your understanding of who you are. And trust is the fastest way to get there. It's like this, okay? I'm going to play. I'm going to mess around. I'm going to let it be chaotic, and I'm going to allow it. I shall no longer interfere. And that's what brings it closer, and that's what brings it faster. I hope you enjoyed these insights. My name is Ryan Hebert. Please check out my blog if you have a moment. It's called My Morning Motivator. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.